name is Cynthia. Welcome to my channel, Simmit's Kitchen. I am so excited to finally be shooting my first video. Finally, God, it has been so long overdue, but I'm so excited that it's finally here. With my channel, what I aim to do is show you guys how I cook my food, like the reason that I cook in the way that I cook as well, and also give you guys some exciting ideas for food, because we all know sometimes food and eating can become very repetitive. Like we keep on eating the same thing over and over again, and it can become very boring, and I really don't do boring. I don't like boring food. I know food that doesn't taste good. If anyone who knows me will just tell you how much I love eating. So I love good food and I love cooking. I'm so passionate about cooking. I'm not a professional chef, but I'm just really passionate about cooking. So this is the reason I have decided to do this, just because I feel like I cook some really nice things sometimes and some really interesting things. So I'd like to share that with everyone, so that you also can like think about ways to become creative and cook differently. I'm going to try my best to do as much as I can in my channel and with my videos, but please do not don't hesitate and feel free to tell me if you have any suggestions for me, or if there's any particular food that you would like for me to make, or that you would like to learn how to make. Just let me know and I will try my best to make a video on that for you. For this first video, I'm going to be making meat pies, and this is because a lot of people have requested for my recipe for meat pies, and I've always just said, yeah, I'll post on, but I just thought, instead of posting the recipe, I'll just make it and show you guys how I make it. So that's the reason I've chosen this to be my first video, and also because I love meat pies, don't we all? Everyone loves meat pies, so I think meat pie is one of my strengths when it comes to cooking. So yeah, I hope you guys just sit tight and enjoy watching me. Please do not forget to like, comment, and please subscribe to my channel, just to support me, guys. Like, I really do need your support. But thank you very much, and I'll see you shortly in my next video. To make our meat filling, you would need 750 grams minced meat, 1 tablespoon dry pepper, 2 tablespoons corn flour, 1 onions, 3 medium-sized potatoes, 4 medium-sized carrots, all finely chopped. You need some water, 1 tablespoon all-purpose seasoning, 3/4 tablespoon curry powder, half teaspoon thyme, half teaspoon nutmeg, and 3 cubes of Maggi. So next up is the meat pie dough, and for this you would need 700 grams self-raising flour, 1 tablespoon caster sugar, 1 tablespoon cayenne pepper, because I like a hint of spice in my meat pies, 1 tablespoon baking powder, 2 tablespoons coconut milk powder, 270 grams butter at room temperature, 1/4 teaspoon nutmeg, a pinch of salt, and 3 whole eggs. 2 of them I would be mixing in my dough, and 1 I will beat for later. Now I'm going to mix all my dry ingredients together, give it a nice stir, and transfer it to a mixing bowl. Once in the mixing bowl, break in the 2 eggs, add the butter and mix using the dough hook attachment like I've used here. And what I'm going to do is turn on my food processor on the lowest mode, just so that I don't get a storm of flour all over the place. And I'm going to mix this until I get a grainy mixture, almost like gari. Now some people prefer to use margarine for meat pie instead of butter, but I haven't really noticed the difference between the two, so I'm not so fussy about what to use. So this is the grainy mixture you want to get in the end. And once we get here, what I'm going to do is add some water, and I actually forgot to mention the water in the beginning, but I'm going to be using 150 ml of water. So I'm just going to add water, and I'm going to put it back in the mixer and let it mix until a nice dough is formed. But with the water, I'm not going to add everything at once. I'm just going to add it like bit by bit, so that I don't over add water to it, because you don't want a soggy dough. You just want to add water until the mixture is firm and just all together. So this is how you want your dough to be in the end, not too soft and not too hard, just somewhere in between. So next up, I'm going to wrap this dough with a cling film and I'm going to put it in the fridge for at least 20 minutes. So while my dough is chilling in the fridge, next up I'm going to make the meat filling. But before I start, I'm just going to mash up the minced meat with my hands because I don't like long strands of meat in my meat. But I'm going to mash it up until it looks something like this, and then I'll heat up a pan and pour it in the pan, and then add half of my seasonings into the pan and just cook it until the meat browns and continuously stirring it around. You can see that the meat has now turned brown. So next up, I'm going to add my onions and the rest of the seasonings that I left over from before. I'm just going to add them all, give it a nice stir, and just kind of stir fry it a bit for about 1 minute before I add some water. So now I'll add some water and put the lid on and allow it to cook for at least 10 minutes. So it's been cooking for about 10 minutes now. I'm just going to add my chopped carrot and potatoes. I'm just going to give it a nice stir and also place the lid on and let it cook for about 5 more minutes. Yeah, so this is what you get in the end. And next up, I'm just going to mix my corn flour into about 2 or 3 spoons of water and just mix it up. Make sure there's no lumps, and then I'm just going to pour it into my meat pie filling. What this does is prevent the meat filling from drying out when you cook it in the oven, so at the end you still get a meat filling that is moist inside. Now my dough is completely set, so what I'm going to do is break off a bit of the dough, and first I'm going to knead it with my hand. So that's basically just what I'm doing right now. I'm just going to knead it a few times, and then I'm going to roll it and get it ready to be cut into circles. Using this bowl, I'm going to cut out circles from my dough. So I'm just going to do as much circles as I can on this piece of dough. Oh my God, I'm balling. Hey, I'm balling. Every day my phone is ringing. Hey, mommy is calling. So after the circles have been cut, what I'm going to do is use the egg that I beat previously and set aside. I'm just going to brush it over the edges of the circle. This prevents the meat pie from bursting open when you put it in the oven. I'm just going to do it to all the circles. And then next up, I'm going to add the filling. I'm just going to take like 1 tablespoon full first, and I'm going to add another tablespoon. Just try not to add too much filling, else it's going to be a nightmare to close it. So I'm just going to do that for all of it. Once the meat filling is on the dough, what I'm just going to do is pull one side of the dough over to the other side, and I'm just going to press it down like this just to seal it in. And I'm going to repeat the same thing for the others as well. Yeah, I celebrate. So once all of that is done, what I'm going to do next is just to further seal this meat pie with a fork. So this kind of just locks it in finally and just prevents it from bursting, and it also gives it this beautiful marks that Nigerian meat pies are known to have. Like, it is not a Nigerian meat pie if it hasn't got this beautiful marks. Don't worry if it rips a little bit, just carry on, it's all part of it. Just do that and then lift it up and place it on a pre-greased baking tray. And I'm just going to repeat that for the rest of the meat pies. Always re-dip the fork into the egg before you use it for each meat pie, because this prevents the dough from sticking to the back of the fork, and this can rip the dough or just make it look very unattractive. Pop some bottles and just feel okay. Everybody make you feel okay. So to finally get my first batch of meat pies oven ready, I'm just going to brush some eggs over them. This basically just gives it the golden look and just makes it look really pretty and very edible. So I'm just going to brush it all over all of them, and I'm going to bake them in a preheated oven at 180 degrees for about 20 minutes. Every day by day, I just this is what the finished meat pie should look like, or at least something similar. Yeah, that's it. So thank you all for watching my video, and I hope you guys stay tuned for more videos like this. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and also let me know what you think about this video in the comment box below. Thank you. I just want to say thank you, Jehovah. Father, Father, I